But yeah, you can make some little highlights, and squigglies. I mean, you don't have to be any kind of badass to do these bullet holes, and I thought that it would be pretty cool to share this with some of the people that maybe want to do something a little different, and kind of get out of the same old routine and try to do something that, because some people get intimidated every time they see a really detailed piece or something that looks really realistic, and I'm not saying that's what's going on here, but you want to take those dots, daggers, and lines and do something with them other than dots, daggers, and lines, and this is a good way to incorporate lines and dots and daggers, and you can make something that looks pretty cool with just black and white. Okay, it's I think it's pretty cool. I like it. It just kind of came to me, and that's the best way to get stuff. But this is pretty much what you're going to end up with, and you can't really appreciate it on the camera. It really bothers me. Let's see if I do this. Nope. Yeah. Put a flashlight on it. But you can see all those little strokes make all the difference in the world whenever you're trying to airbrush something that looks realistic. The soft shading is good for what it's neat, you only do the soft shading whenever you're trying to do blends and stuff like that. Get in there and work tight with that airbrush, Get in there close. Get in there so close you're scared you might bend your needle. It just takes a little bit of patience and a little bit of time. And you work slow. You work real slow. And pay attention to every move you make, and look at the mark you're making with your paint. Don't look at the end of that brush. You'll see that, and I guess in your peripheral, because whenever you're watching where your paint's going, you'll see that your needle is either getting too close or too far away. Kind of make some of the concentric cracks. And put a little highlight here and there. Put your little dot and then back away from it. Bring it out, and that's what makes this stuff look cool, is the fact that some of it is going to be bright specks and some of it is it's kind of like chrome, it's not going to be a type of it's not all going to be pure white. So whenever you have those drastic differences in tone, that's how you're going to get your realism. And I think that's about all I'm going to do with that. I don't really know what I'm going to do with the rest of the helmet. I've kind of conquered this and not really sure what else to do. I think it's pretty neat. I'm thinking about it, I did take my black and got my little pache here. And I just kind of filled in the black in this hole where I might have gotten some overspray, and kind of sharpen that up a little bit. Whenever you're painting the same color, whenever your base coat is the same color as the paint you're using, like I'm painting black on black just then, and it can be kind of hard to see what you're doing. So what you can do is take and watch what you're doing, and you'll see a little darker area of paint coming out of the airbrush. And it's really cool because it's water based. You can actually see like a little vapor trail where it'll be darker, and then as you're going away from it, it'll actually be drying at the same time. So it shows up and disappears and shows up and disappears over and over. And that's why you work in layers so you don't build up too much and get the pigment migration. But it's pretty neat little effect. That one's quite a bit more radical, and this one is a lot less radical. You know, it's glass. It's nothing magical about it. It's just imitating what you see. And while I think about what I'm going to do with this next one, with the rest of the helmet, I'll include y'all in it, and I'm gonna sit here and think about it. And if I upload this before I start on it, I'll take any suggestions. But I got another cool idea for a bandit helmet that I have in the mixing room. It's gonna be really cool. Can't wait to start on that, but I gotta finish this first. But anyway, keep that paint flowing, and make sure you practice your dots, daggers, and lines.